Welcome, witches.
I'm Candy.
And I'm Jen.
And we're the Cornfield Coven.
So I think we delivered on True Crime July.
I think we did. There are some crazy fucks out there in the world.
Yes. And we have got plenty of more true crime coming your way. We were just kind of going through our schedule, and oh boy, do we have more true crime coming for you. But my brain needed a little break after that. So I was going to cover something suggested to me by a friend and coworker, Robert. And he also happens to be a super talented musical artist who specializes in sea shanties. That is just not something you hear every day anymore. So if you want to look him up, it's Robert Palomo. Robert Palomo. Go look him up on YouTube. He's amazing. And he's also given me some tips on Audacity. So if our sound is getting better, thank Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
So anyway, he suggested the Joplin Spook Light. And as I was looking that up, I kept finding all these other spooky little things around Route 66 in Missouri. And that's how we got here today, covering Route 666.
I think we should just go out there and add another pole with a 6 on it.
Yes. Yes. So I'm going to talk about a bunch of spooky shit that you can check out if you find yourself on America's most iconic road trip. A little disclaimer. Lemp Mansion in Missouri is close to Route 66. I'm not covering that today because that beast probably gets its own episode.
Oh, yes.
So not doing that one today, but I've got a bunch of other fun ones. So first, a little bit about Route 66. It was established in 1926 as part of the U.S. highway system. It started in Chicago, ran through Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and ended in Santa Monica, California. Insert Everclear reference here. I just want to see some palm trees. I can't sing.
Oh, you did fabulous.
That was bad.
You did fabulous.
And everyone stops listening.
What episode did you stop at? Well,
Jen tried to sing and it was terrible and my ears bled, so I quit. Anyway, it stretched 2,448 miles across the western half of America. This was a hugely popular route, and any community along 66 benefited from enormous economic stimulation. However, when the interstate highway system was started by President Eisenhower in 1956, traffic was diverted away from the iconic road and all those communities, leaving virtual and sometimes literal ghost towns in its wake. And if this sounds familiar, it's like half the plot to the Disney movie Cars.
Yeah.
Which is one of my personal favorites.
Oh.
I know it's shocking, but I do watch Disney movies too. I mean, Hocus Pocus is a Disney movie.
Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. I'm not a monster.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
That's one of our favorites.
So Route 66 was officially removed from the U.S. highway system in 1985, but has since become a cultural icon, and many parts of it have been preserved as historic Route 66, designated as a National Scenic Byway. Radiator Springs forever! Okay, so let's start with the Joplin Spook Light. Originally known as the Hornet Spook Light, and also known as the Spook Light, the Hollis Light, and the Tri-State Spook Light. It actually straddles the line between southwest Missouri and northeast Oklahoma. Where the light actually appears is in Oklahoma, but it's often seen from Missouri. So, E50 Road is known as Spooklight Road, and the area in general is referred to as the Devil's Promenade, which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
So the spooklight is an orange ball of light ranging in size from a baseball to a basketball, and it just bounces along about a 4-mile stretch of road. Sometimes it moves at high speeds. Sometimes it swings side to side like a lantern. I'm swinging my hand like a lantern. Can you see me doing that?
Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you.
And sometimes it floats lazily all the way above the treetops before gradually disappearing. The communities have embraced the spooklight fully. In 1955, a visitor guidebook titled Tri-State Spooklight was released. Also in the 1950s, the Missouri division of the U.S. Brewers Foundation ran newspaper ads promoting the spooklight, hoping it would increase beer sales.
That's cool. I want a spooklight.
I want a spooklight too.
I mean,
we should just start a spooklight.
We should.
We'll get on.
Now I'm like, what can we use?
Oh.
God, Lucky. I mean, can you imagine? That's just...
Yeah.
They get cars and a spooklight?
So, I don't know. Apparently, like, with the beer ads, the booze and the booze go together. I don't know. Maybe that's what they thought. See what I did there? All right. In the 1960s, there was a spooklight museum where you could pay 25 cents to use a telescope to view the spooklight, but it didn't last very long.
Okay.
Yeah. So official reports on the spooklight started in about 1926, similar to the introduction of Route 66, if you'll note. But legend says it's been around much longer. There are many legends associated with the spooklight. Accounts say it was first seen by the Native Americans on the Trail of Tears in 1836. Now, if you don't know, the Trail of Tears was the horrific forced displacement of tens of thousands of Native Americans, during which innumerable people died. But the first official, and I'm using air quotes here, was a publication called Ozark Spooklight in 1881.
Oh. Okay, yes.
But the air quotes are because no one can seem to find this publication or its author.
It was like an urban myth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so what is the spooklight? Some say it is the lantern light of a decapitated Osage chief who is wandering the area looking for his head.
I like that one.
Some say it is the lantern of a ghost miner whose wife and children were abducted by Native Americans, and he roams endlessly searching for them.
Oh, I like that one.
And finally, there's the legend of the Quapaw, I'm really sorry if I butchered that, maiden who fell in love with a warrior and eloped with him when her parents would not approve of the match. When they were chased down, they jumped to their deaths in the Spring River rather than be captured. The light appeared shortly thereafter.
Oh, I like that one too.
I know.
I believe in them all.
Okay.
I believe in them all.
I support that.
I mean, wow.
But skeptics have other ideas. It's been stated as early as 1936 that the spooklight is actually headlights from Route 66. So
Damn debunkers.
Yeah. Due to distance, elevation points, and the Spring River lying between Route 66 and Spooklight Road, they appear in this eerie manner. So, many formal documented documented experiments have taken place in 1946, 1955, 1965, and 2015 to determine the validity of this. But the locals are sticking to their guns. They still say it doesn't quite explain the behavior of the spooklight. Other scientific explanations that have been floated around are natural gas from nearby swamp areas.
It's always gas.
Yeah, I know. We'll just blame gas. And the possibility of electrical atmospheric charges due to a fault line in the area. So those are possibilities that have been floated around.
It's a headless ghost.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
I like that too.
If the Haunted Mansion can have one, so can Route 666.
Yeah. Believe in magic, muggles.
That's right.
So how do you find the Joplin Spooklight? Find the darkest spot you can on E50, also known as Spooklight Road, between 10 p.m. and midnight. Now, it gets tricky here because parking along the road is not allowed and you may get a ticket. So I'm not telling you that this is a good idea.
Can you go 2 miles an hour? Just kind of creep. It's a moving vehicle.
Is that far enough under the speed limit to get a ticket?
You can just say you're... Okay, I'm not saying anything so good.
All right,
idea.
we're just not endorsing it.
Yeah.
Like... You do you,
but
I'm letting you know, telling them that the coven sent you is not going to get you out of a ticket.
Can you run out of gas? Is that legal?
Oh.
Can your valve pipe
I don't know.
steam? I'm not a mechanic, so none of that just makes sense. Oh.
All right.
Can you give birth? I mean, on the side of the road, can you find a pregnant woman?
I mean, that's dedication to wanting to see the Spooklight. The Spooklight is a little shy, so be kind.
See, have a baby.
It doesn't seem to like large crowds or loud noises, so having a baby probably not the best idea because you're gonna get loud. It's gonna get loud. And I agree with the Spooklight. I don't like large crowds or loud noises either.
No.
So, and if you feel a chill, the Spooklight may be on its way because people are known to feel cold spots when the Spooklight is around. So happy spooking. That's the Joplin Spooklight.
I like that.
Yeah. Next up, we have the ghost town of Avila and its elusive death tree. It's an elusive tree. It's very talented.
Is it like the tree in Disney where they throw apples at people? In The Wizard of Oz where they throw apples?
No.
Oh.
It's just hard to find. It doesn't want to be found.
Is it like the Shrinking House?
Yes. Yes.
I'm in.
All right. So Avila was founded out of farmland in 1856 when residents built a schoolhouse and a village formed around it. The population grew to about 500, but then the town was torn apart by the Civil War. Missouri was officially occupied by the Union, but there were pockets of Confederate rebels, especially in the southwest corner where Avila is located. So there were two warring groups in this area at the time. The Confederate Bushwhackers, that was the name of their group, who went around and murdered Union sympathizers, and the Union Home Guard, which was the Union's answer to deal with the Bushwhackers. Dr. Jacquillian M. Stemmons was part of the Union Home Guard. While holding a meeting for the Home Guard in his house, the Bushwhackers set fire to his home and dragged him out and killed him and another man, Nathan Duncan. And then William T. Anderson, a.k.a. Bloody Bill, which I believe was a nickname he didn't get until, after he was dead. I think it was applied posthumously, but anyway. Yeah, he was a leader of the Bushwhackers, and he was killed in a fight near Avila. So eventually, after the Civil War ended, the town began to recover, and the population returned to about 500 around the 1880s. But then came the railroad, which snubbed Avila. Industry, and with it, the people followed the railroad and left Avila. Route 66 was no doubt a help for the small town, but then when it was bypassed, the population of Avila dropped to around 150. And then it was a fire in 1971 that destroyed most of the buildings in town. That was the final etching in the epitaph of Avila. Avila is now known as a ghost town where shadow people wander down lonely roads and explore abandoned homes.
I want to go there.
Ooh.
I just want to sit there and then I want to turn around and scream. I just think that would be...
It would just be fun to scream.
Yeah. I mean...
Or you want to see something that makes you scream.
Something. Yeah. And then I want to cry and sit in the fetal position and then...
You can't do that. You've watched horror movies. I'm going to make your ass get up and run.
I don't run. Have you seen my ass? I do not run. I just sit and cry.
Is that why you like Mikey?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't run?
He's so slow.
He always catches them, though, damn it.
But he's gentle, and he's quick to end it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the death tree. According to legend, Johnny Rotten Reb was a bushwhacker who was shot in the head, and then his body and his head were hung separately in the tree as a warning from the home guard. His skull was taken from the tree at some point, and now Johnny cannot rest until it is found.
Is that like the Sleepy Hollow?
A little, yeah. But an alternative to the legend is that Johnny wasn't shot. His skull was just found. And somehow they knew it was a bushwhacker. Just, because their skulls look different, I guess. I don't know. And they hung it on the tree as a warning, to bushwhackers.
Wow.
So same result. Johnny wants his head back. Nobody knows where it is. Also,
that sounds like a song. Johnny wants his head back.
Johnny wants his head back. Oh, what's the one from? Is it Euro Trip?
Oh,
Scotty doesn't know that peyote. God, I'm singing again. This is terrible. Oh, see,
Jen,
this is why we
Jen
don't
goes
do
on
spooky
tour next
episodes
month.
very often because we lose it a little bit. Okay, so Johnny wants his head back. No one knows where it is. Also, no one knows where the tree is or even what kind of tree it is. Some say it's an orange tree. Some say it's an apple tree. And most agree that a murder of crows hangs around the tree. So that's my kind of tree.
I was going to say.
Yes. In any case, Johnny is a bit of a curse on the area, and he gets blamed for most of the bad things that happen. The only way to break Johnny's curse is to lay his skull to rest and destroy the tree. It's a big ask, considering no one knows where either of those things are. So.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the ghost town of Avila and the death tree. Now we're going to head on down the road to Zombie Road. Zombie Road is near Wildwood, Missouri, a city with a population of around 35,000. This road began as Lawler Ford Road when it was built as a 3.6-mile access road between the railroad and the Merrimack River in the 1860s. In 1876, Della Hamilton McCullough, the wife of a local judge, was hit by a train there and killed.
Why was she hit by a train? Why
Right?
was she on the tracks?
Why was she on this obscure access road that was primarily used for maintenance?
Was she meeting somebody?
I don't know.
Was she having an affair?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Was she running from her husband?
Did she do it herself? Did she put herself in front of a train? Because, I feel like that's a very 1860s way to unalive yourself. I don't know. I don't have any answers for you.
We have to ask her.
We do. We have to go there and ask her.
We have to go there and ask her,
and we may be able to because there's a theory that Della is there. Yes. But we'll get there. First, in the 1950s, Lawler Ford Road had fallen into disuse and become quite the happening spot. It was frequented by teenagers to party and park. Bow, chicka, bow.
I was going to say, Lover's Zombie Lane.
And here's where a legend begins. A deranged man from a nearby mental hospital escaped, leaving his bloody hospital clothes on the side of Lawler Ford Road and disappearing into the wilderness. Only he didn't disappear. He holed up in a shack and came out only to satisfy his bloodlust by killing horny teenagers every so often.
Jason.
Not even death could quench his thirst for blood, and after he died, he continued hunting and killing his prey. And there you go. That's why it's Zombie Road.
Wow.
Because he's the zombie killer man.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? I like that.
I mean, how come we don't have a cool town lore like that?
We're just going to make one up.
We're just going to make one up.
That'd be fun.
I'm trying to get the whole with the crows.
It could be like a social experiment. See how long we can get.
I mean,
yes, I love the murder of crows.
Yeah, and why can't we be the murder capital of Iowa?
Yes, because we have the biggest murder of crows.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, look that up. Find City of McGregor, Iowa on social media. we have these giant, what are they? Like 8 foot tall.
Crows, yeah.
Yeah.
Wood
plywood crows, and they're all over town. And they dress up. They're very seasonal. They're very festive.
They're trying to make it happen. And
McGregor's murder.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
So.
I mean, Mount Horeb has trolls.
Yeah.
Other places have fun things. Let's have crows.
We have crows. We have a murder. All right. In 2010, the road was paved as a bicycle and pedestrian trail, available only during the day, of course. Nighttime trespassing
people onto it
will
for him.
cost you a mighty fine. Well, that's why he only kills at night, apparently. You're fine during the day. And it was renamed Rock Hollow Trail. They're really trying to get rid of the zombie thing, because, y'all, it's Zombie Road.
They need to embrace it.
They do. The pavement cracked shortly after being installed due to the windy, wily nature of the road. So it's just eerie. And there's also the abandoned railroad, and there's a bunch of homes around there that some of them were torn down, but there's still a lot of abandoned homes out there. And it just adds, and it's a wooded area, so it just adds to the sense of unease. So it's pretty cool.
I was going to say, why are they not playing into this?
Know.
It's a great marketing.
Right? So people they don't take kindly to our kind. They don't want us. We're the type of people they don't want there.
Oh, do you see the beauty and the fun in this? And they're like, oh, that's an eyesore. That's so ugly.
So people report cold spots, unexplainable noises, and ghosts from many walks of life, or afterlife, if you will, including zombie Civil War soldiers, child ghosts, railroad or quarry workers, shadowy figures, and even non-human entities. Shudder. Ooh. One of the most widely reported is an older woman who yells at people and then vanishes.
That's gonna be me.
I'm
kind of jealous.
People think it's Della. People think that's Della.
Oh.
Like, what's she doing? She trying to tell people?
She's just a Karen.
Maybe she's just trying to warn people off the tracks, or was there more to her death than it seems? And she just wants somebody to bloody listen to her.
I don't blame her.
I mean, I happen to know that some people only listen when you say it for the 4th time in a yell. I'm looking at you, my beloved children.
And then why are you being so dramatic, Mom? Because you didn't listen the first fucking 2 times.
Yes.
I mean, we love you.
In 2013, a woman named Alex and her aunt were horseback riding on the trail during the day, of course, because, legality and shit. They heard a disembodied squeal that sounded like a young woman, and Alex felt a sharp pain in her leg. Under her riding boot, which should have protected her, there were 3 deep scratches on her leg. See you, zombies!
She got scratched. She's next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because The Walking Dead tells you if you have an open sore.
Yeah. She's probably yelling at people on the road now as a zombie. All right, so that's Zombie Road. And the last, full one we're going to cover here is the Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri. It was built by the Knights of Pythias, and I looked up how to say that, so if I'm wrong, I'm really sorry, but I did look it up, and I even wrote down the phonetics. With construction being completed in 1913. The Knights of Pythias is a fraternal organization that was extremely popular at the time, hosting 3 chapters in Springfield alone. There are none in Springfield now, so it still exists, but it's like way down. It was called the Pythian Home of Missouri and used as a retirement home and orphanage for members of the order. It looks like a castle, totally. It was meant to house ghosts. It is limestone and towers and a grand ballroom, and it's awesome. Check it out. Nearly Headless Nick is totally flying around.
I was gonna say.
Yep.
My gosh, how cool would that be?
There was a lot of hype about this place. Springfield competed to have it built there and actually sold the land to the order for $1 because they really wanted this as part of their community. So of course they wanted to make it sound amazing too. So the newspapers, while calling the residents inmates, and this is widely reported, it's probably just a colloquialism. I am not able to say that word this morning. of the time, but it's gross. But they made it sound like a utopia, saying like, oh, they all lived like a large family and everyone had their roles, including chores and farming duties for self-sufficiency. And it's not quite cult vibes, but it's cult vibe adjacent, I would say. I don't know. Maybe it was a utopia. I just, I'm
Those never
cynical.
work out. Those never work out. They'll make you drink the Kool-Aid and then you all die.
Usually, yeah. In 1935, Social Security was introduced. Now, by this time, many of the children had grown up and moved on. So, the orphanage didn't have a whole lot going on there. And now the elderly residents could afford nursing homes or other arrangements, and there was little need for the home. So it closed in 1941. In 1942, the Army purchased the Pythian home to be used as an extension of the hospital they had just purchased next door.
Ooh.
So thousands of soldiers were treated here during World War II. And then later, the Army used the building as a reserve center, but it's a little bit large, and they kind of decided they didn't really need it. So in the 1990s, they put it up for sale. The building went through a few owners before finding the one it liked, Tamara, and I'm so sorry, Tamara, Finocchiaro.
Oh, that's still pretty, though.
It's a beautiful name. I'm sure I destroyed it, and I apologize. She and her mother moved into the home, and it is now known as Pythian Castle. It's a large event center with ghost tours, historical tours,
nice.
escape rooms, murder mystery events, and more. Reports include disembodied voices, lights turning on or off at will, batteries draining quickly, cold spots, and heavy furniture relocating itself. Tamara coexists with the spirits quite peacefully and says they know her name. I love that. Like, they know her name.
That's
She's just
sweet.
like, we're awesome. We can all live here, man. Once, when a friend was house sitting for her, he awoke to someone telling him the dog was on the roof. And at first, he just, like, was, totally out of it. And he's just like, Tamara, like, what? Like, what are you saying? My dog's on the roof? But then he, like, startled awake, and he's like, I'm alone in the house. Like, there's nobody else here. Who just told me my dog is on the roof? And then he noticed, my dog's not in this room. And so he ran to the window, and sure enough, his dog was on the roof. It's a castle. So there's many different levels to the roof.
I mean, I can see that with Jay's bedroom.
Yeah.
Because Spooky could go out on the roof and be on the landing.
Yeah.
But still.
So.
Did he leave the window open?
I don't, I know. I'm not sure, but the dog was on the roof. And so the friendly ghost helped him save his doggy. And it's just a nice, friendly coexistence story.
I was going to say,
so I want to go there.
This is a place I could support and endorse, and like my endorsement's worth anything. I endorse this place. But yeah, ghosts can be kind.
Yes.
Ghosts are animal lovers.
You gotta set boundaries with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you can bang your pots from 2 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Not 2 to 3 a.m. Wasn't that the Ringling Brothers mansion? That they bang the pots at night, and he's like, you can't do it at night, bro. Yeah. And he stopped.
Then they were also like, you can hang out in the brewery and stuff and like spook people because it brings more people, but at nighttime, everyone needs to get home safe.
Yes. All right. So I've got a few other little places in Missouri along Route 66 that I want to mention here. The first one you are going to love. And get your phone out because you need to look this up because I want to see your face when you see the picture.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, you don't have your phone.
I said it.
Sorry. I could have given you mine.
You're fine. Okay.
Gas Kozark Cafe. So it's like Gas C Ozark. All one word. This is a ghostly abandoned cafe with a beautifully unique facade that is a hot spot for photographers. If y'all don't know, Candy is a photographer, and this is going to make her drool. Her jaw dropped.
Oh my gosh. It's like seriously something out of The Walking Dead. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
It dates back to the 1930s, and it's built of stone.
Uh-huh.
Offers travelers gas. I was thinking, oh my God, now they have, like, the toots. But, a meal, and even served as a resort before time left it behind. Why did it close down?
Because it's on Route 66, I think.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because it was bypassed.
Damn travelers. That's how McGregor was at one time. They had to come through town, and then they built the bypass, and then it just quieted down. Freaking hate bypasses.
Another one is the Merrimack Caverns. That's near Stanton, Missouri, and that was once a hideout for Jesse James and his gang. So, we would be remiss if we discussed Missouri and didn't bring up Bigfoot. He's always hanging around in the wilds of Missouri. And my very favorite part is that in Missouri, he's called Momo for Missouri Monster.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Doesn't that just make you want to, like, hold your breath because he's stinky and then give him a hug?
Remember, did you ever, you're younger, but do you remember Harry and the Hendersons?
Oh, yeah.
And when they gave him a bath and they cleaned him up, that's what I think of when you're like, Momo, hold your breath. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh God, I remember when they brought him home in the car and it stunk. Oh.
And then finally we have the Uranus Sideshow Museum. Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. And it's not Uranus, like the planet, or like they claim the planet is today. When I was a kid, it was Uranus.
Yeah. You can't say stuff like that in front of me.
I know.
Because I have a 10-year-old boy's mind sometimes. Wait. No.
So, this is a relatively new edition, and it boasts the second largest personal collection of oddities in the world, second only to Robert Ripley, of course. They have live animals, live acts, including a sword swallower, Fiji mermaids, wax figures, jackalopes, preserved specimens, and two-headed animals of all kinds. They also have a replica of the remains of Julia Pastrana and her infant son. Julia Pastrana, born in 1834, was a very talented Mexican singer and sideshow performer known as the Ape Woman. I know, it's not great, and it gets worse, so stick with me. It gets real bad. Julia suffered from both hypertrichosis, which is abnormal hair growth on the body, aka werewolf syndrome. Again, I know, terrible. I didn't make it up. Don't come at me. And gingival hyperplasia, which is very large gums. Although very talented, it was her appearance that drew the most attention, and many doctors and anthropologists attempted to diagnose her conditions. She married her manager when she was about 21 years old. His name was Theodore Lent, and he was a dick. She gave birth to their son in Russia in 1860, but he was born with the same conditions as Julia and worse. He lived only 3 days. And Julia died a couple days later due to complications from the birth. And what did the dick do you suppose? Rush home to lay them to rest and mourn properly? No, because he was a dick. He sold their remains to be preserved and toted around as another sideshow attraction for a century. I'm not kidding, a century. They were preserved and traveled the world with people paying to see their bodies. After more than a century, people became outraged at the thought. About fucking time! So they were removed from public viewing in the early 1970s, but then they sat in storage where they were vandalized, damaged by mice, and actually literally fucking stolen at one point. They were recovered, and then finally in 2013, more than 150 years after their deaths, they were returned to Mexico to be laid to rest.
Wow.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is the Route 666 of Missouri.
Wow. See, that kind of makes me want to go visit Route 66.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
I mean...
It's a good time. Yeah. I've heard.
I mean, Cars makes it look fun.
Yeah.
Because life is a highway.
Oh, I'd be so disappointed if there was no Radiator Springs.
Oh, that was awesome.
So,
yeah.
All right, so that was just a little spook for you. And we will return shortly with your regularly scheduled true crime.
True crime, ghost.
But yes,
houses.
there will be more ghosties coming too. So we're getting closer and closer to spooky season.
Can't wait. Can't wait. We have a lot of fun stuff planned.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Please follow us on social media. We are at 1,000 followers on Facebook. Thank you guys so much. Let's get those Instagram numbers up there.
I always forget about Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're freaking running it, and I forget about it. I don't.
We need to get TikTok too. We're getting very busy right now.
The tiki-talkie takes a lot of thinky.
and let's face it, we have faces for radio.
And yeah. When we do get TikTok, you guys are going to be like, oh God. Yeah. No. But,
all right. Well, catch you next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye, witches.